So we have this self-understanding that we evolved. Well, the point is you have to do what you have to do with it is take it seriously. Okay, if you're gonna believe in evolution, if you're gonna concede the reality of evolution, yeah, it basically blows up the God theory. It blows up any kind of contrivances attached to that. So blow it all up and start from scratch and realize what we are. We're chemical machines, okay, that have been built over 4 billion years, and we've been tested in what can be called, quite accurately, a gladiator war, where the machines went into the battle, and if you won, your DNA replicated, and that's all it was a war. And as time evolved, that war became more complex. As the organisms evolve, they get more and more elaborate tools. So we have all these elaborate individual tools. And then it became gang warfare, essentially. Then you become gangs of lions or gangs of this and tribes of that. And then the tribe's genetics essentially starts evolving. Call it what it is, okay? There's exploitation all over the place. To talk about this adaptation niches and this balance crap, it's just a lie, okay? There's winners and losers in disgracefully uneven proportions on this planet. You know, to sit there and glorify the mechanism of gladiator war, okay? Fight for no good reason. Kill 10 of your kind, or maybe 500 of the other sentient creatures, you know, fry them up in your pots and cook them. Evolution is a story. And it's not a good story. It's a story of a forced march. 4 billion years of little machines struggling to trip the other guy, to fuck the other guy over, to eat the other guy's guts. I mean, there's organisms all over this planet right now whose only mission is to dig a hole inside of you and to eat your fucking brains. I mean, don't talk to me about how balanced and brilliant and purposeful and niche-y all that crap is. That's not a legitimate niche. There obviously isn't any sensible, rational, logical reason to perpetuate gladiator war. There's no way you can make this the naked truth of evolution into a good story. It's a negative story, decidedly negative. The function is survival by any mechanism, any means possible. Whatever can happen, can happen. No umpires, no rules, just a blood sport, and for nothing. Nothing in the end. Just a raised hand, I win, you die, and it's a crude and stupid game. Our intelligence only exists because it was a scheming tool, because it made us better at stealing star energy from other organisms. And that's the only reason why it exists. And it still remains its only function is to be used as a scheming tool to derive gratification or satisfaction of our selfish individual desires. And most of the human race is completely still owned by that nonsense. They still are more obedient to the notions of nepotism, family superiority, nationalism, racism, than they are devoted to any high-minded ideal of civilization, decency, or justice, or fairness. Life is a sad and tragic story in nature, and humanity has done nothing to write a better chapter in the life book. We've disgraced our intelligence, insulted it, brutalized it, perverted it to sick and depraved purposes. And it's all over our culture, all over our economic systems, all over our entertainment. We are American Idol at the core. We're just crass and stupid and superficial. And again, it's at this price of the suffering. I could go on. You go on for the suffering forever. You could explain, describe the horrible death that will meet, that will be the fate of most living sentient creatures. That it will be a last gasp. There will be a long, hard, nasty, ugly road to that last breath. And as long as people aren't in that sinking boat at the moment, they're just going to party and pretend they're all yachting, even though they're on the Titanic, and the truth is written everywhere, if they'll open their eyes and look at it, that they're on a boat that's going to sink. It's just so obvious. And really, people are so far from taking any responsibility for dealing with what reality is, and all for a stupid purpose: to make a machine that goes into an arena and fights with other machines, to simply say, I win, and then die, so its sons and daughters can play the same game all over again. It's insidious.